Hey guys, welcome back to another Battlefield 6 news video, and today we have quite a few things to cover and we're gonna get right in with the Battle Royale because RedSec, Battlefield's Battle Royale mode, has launched alongside Season 1 on Tuesday, and the reception of it was not too well, at least on Steam. By now it's on mixed reviews, so 42% of the reviews are positive, but on launch day I think it was around 35% only. And the main reason for this is not that the game mode is not running well, that it has a lot of bugs, or that it's hard to understand or has terrible gameplay mechanics. The main reason for it is actually that it doesn't have a solo mode, because right now you can only queue in duos or in quads, and that some of the challenges of the season, especially the weekly challenges with which you unlock battle pass points, are bound to the Battle Royale mode and also to the Gauntlet mode. I've shown this before in my video where I went over all of the content that is new in Season 1. So for example, you have to make the top 10 5 times in Battle Royale, or redeploy squad mates, or you have to retrieve data during Gauntlet's extraction missions. And of course, for the people that don't want to play these modes, this is quite annoying because they are forced to play these modes in order to earn these battle pass points and to complete these missions. But you can also re-roll challenges in Season 1 now, so you just click on the challenge you don't like and then click on re-roll in the bottom right, and then you will get another random challenge, which might be better than the former one. It could also be worse. So this is always a bit of hit and miss. You might end up with a worse challenge than you had before, but it is worth a try if you don't like a challenge at all that you have in the weeklies. The only challenge you cannot reroll is the bonus mission, and here I can definitely understand that it's annoying when it forces you to play a mode that you don't want to play at all. So I think that at least the bonus challenge should be open for all modes. But overall, these were actually the core points of the negative feedback and of the negative reviews. So I'm not sure if this is really fair, to be honest. There's also people complaining that they don't like Battle Royale, where I'm honestly thinking, well, then just don't play it. That's fine as well, you know, that's an option. But for this part, I would really like to hear your opinions in the comments below, because I don't think the Battle Royale is that bad. It plays pretty okay. I'm also missing a solo mode, to be honest, because it would be nice, especially when you don't have someone to play with, just to queue solos instead of random duos or random quads. It can be a bit hard sometimes to understand what you have to do, for example, like to get a tank and stuff like this, but I also started to do some tutorials for this if you want to check this out as well. And I'm also thinking that the mode will get better and will evolve over time, so it can definitely be fun to play for a while, and I don't think it deserves 35 or 42% positives, because it's not so bad. Moving on, we have some more details about upcoming Dispersion changes directly from the developer Florian, who had also talked about the Dispersion changes in the Season 1 update. Now, the problem is that even though there were quite a lot of changes mentioned in the Season 1 update, it doesn't actually feel like there was done a lot. And this is not only a feeling, this is actually the case, because Florian is writing that there has been relatively minor changes to weapons, recall and dispersion in this week's update, so the Season 1 update that we got on Tuesday, but they're not the changes that fix bugs related to dispersion, as those were discovered after this week's patch was locked down and ready to release. So the actual bugs that are connected to weapon bloom or dispersion that give us such a hard time were not fixed in this update, and that's also why we don't feel that much of a difference in gunplay. But he's also saying that we can expect more changes to follow with the bug fixes, and they're also cooking a general pass to dispersion, or weapon bloom as it's called as well, and we'll keep monitoring the feedback after each update to inform more adjustments. So if you still feel like gunplay feels off sometimes, especially when it comes to the weapon dispersion or weapon bloom, then it's not just you feeling like this, it's actually true. It has not been fixed yet, but it will be fixed in a future update. Then I also have to apologize myself because in my video about the Season 1 content, I said that the new vehicle, the Traverser Mark II, will be available on most other maps as well, which apparently is not true. So it's not available on most other maps, but instead only on the new map, Blackwell Fields. And depending on the data that is collected from this map, Battlefield Studios might also bring the Traverser Mark II to other multiplayer maps over time. In Portal, it's already there, so you can already put it on your modes or on your maps if you want to and can test it, but in the official multiplayer modes, it's not on all maps yet. And they're just looking into it and check on which maps it makes sense and on which maps it doesn't make sense. And then there's also a bug right now with the PlayStation 5 controller, but only when you're using it on PC, because according to Julian Manolov, they have a low-level compatibility issue with the Sony controllers on PC, which makes the dead zones feel bigger than they actually are. And right now, they're just recommending to use an Xbox controller instead of the PS5 controller if you want to use a controller on PC. Just so you know that this is an issue in case the game feels kind of strange after the Season 1 update. And lastly, we also got some additional details about Phase 2 and 3 that we can expect in Season 1. So Phase 2 will be California Resistance, and this will add battle pickups to the game. And these were specified now. So one battle pickup will be the Rorsch Mark II, a chargeable railgun, which is inflicting massive damage to soldiers, vehicles, and structures. If you've already played Battlefield 4 or 2042, then you should be familiar with the railgun already. And the second battle pickup will be the MP-RMG, which is a minigun with a fast rate of fire, effective against light vehicles and infantry. In addition to this, we will also see a new mode for Gauntlet, which is the new competitive mode in case you haven't played it yet. And in this sub-mode of Gauntlet, squads must earn eliminations while occupying heavily armored tanks scattered throughout the playable area. The two squads with the least amount of points are removed from the Gauntlet match. And this is just the additional info that we got for California Resistance that becomes available on November 18, so in 2.5 weeks roughly. And then on December 9, the third content drop will become available, which is called Winter Offensive. And here we got some more details to the Ice Log mode, which is the limited time event mode we can expect to see in this phase. And there will also be a special version of this mode for Gauntlet. So Ice Log in general will be centered around a mechanic that is called Freeze, and this is a gameplay modifier that slowly reduces player health if the players do not seek external heat sources. The combat zones are designed in a way so they have heat zones to bring your core temperature back up to normal, or you can create fire using incendiary grenades and other incendiary gadgets. So it's kind of a winter survival mode, at least that's what it sounds like. All of this will also be available in Portal, so the new Ice Log mode and also the new version of Empire State, so you can create your own modes around this. And that was it for today. These were all the news that I had to cover. Like I said before, tell me what you think about all of this in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.